the Bodado TV under the Bodado online radio, the TV that cares. Today I'll be your host, Neliswa, and we are at the Sports Union at the UKZN. We are about to interview Mr. Thabo Ndata regarding gym life. This is the Gym Life Show.
So for me, it's with diet and exercise. So if you find a good balance between the two, so it helps with a healthy life. That's a healthy lifestyle. You exercise and you eat properly, the right foods and right quantities.
Okay. So you say diet
And exercise.
Like exercise. So like a normal person from the outside, where can we get like the kind of diets we must eat and things like that, and the types of exercises, like which places can we go to?
So for me, it's not necessarily the places. It's a question of knowing and having the right balance, knowing the kinds of foods that gives you proteins, gives you carbohydrates, etc. So, and balancing it to, don't necessarily have to have lots of money to eat properly. It's just a question of having the knowledge and understanding.
And what are the things we need to know about gym life?
About exercise and gym life, it's in my view, it's a lifestyle. So it's a way of life. It should be part and parcel of your life, you know. So you should not look at it as a sort of a burden. It should be just like brushing your teeth every morning. You know.
So basically we should be taught this from a young age.
Definitely.
When you learn to crawl, you must know.
Definitely.
There is something like gym life.
Yes.
Are there any traps you've noticed that people who attend gyms fall into?
The traps, no, the people who attend gym, the only thing, they become sometimes too obsessed, you know. So, and they fail to find a balance between rest and exercise, because that is also important. The body gets to get stronger when you are resting, you know. So while you are exercising, it's a distraction process. When you are resting, the body rebuilds itself, you know. So it's important to have that balance.
So you must rest as much as you gym.
Definitely, definitely.
And what are the issues behind gym addictions, and how do we avoid them?
Gym addictions, it's my view, it's when a person trains without getting any break, and that can lead to injuries, can lead to sickness, because when you are exercising, your immune, during the period when you're exercising, the immune gets low, so you get to get flu most often because of the low immune system. Because when you're exercising, one thing that people don't understand, that exercise, when you're exercising, exercise doesn't make you strong. It's a rest that makes you stronger after we have exercised, you know, because the body, after having worked at a certain level, it has to, it says to itself that next time this kind of load comes back, I must be prepared. So it builds up. So that's how we get strong. Yeah.
And could you tell us the basics of effective gymming?
We must have a good balance between aerobic, so in layman's language, things like running, swimming, and cycling. So the exercises that aerobic exercises where you work the heart pumps faster, and also the conditioning using the weights. It's very important to find a good balance between the two. You will train both the cardiovascular and the skeletal, the muscles.
But obviously you need somebody to give you the proper training for that. You can't just go onto the machine and
No, definitely you need advice. That's why I'm saying that there's nothing as important as knowledge. I mean, there's nothing as important as education. You know, when people think of education, they tend to think of school and classes. Education is about having information and knowing how to do things properly.
And there's a lot of gym exercises, I guess. What are the most used and why?
So, I think the easiest for me is running, because everyone, whether you're young, you're old, you're fat, you're thin, you're short, you're tall. I mean, everyone can run at his own pace, you know. So, and also the good thing about running, it tends to exercise all parts of the body, because the arms move, everything moves when a person is running. That's the best form of exercise, and it costs nothing to run.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest. And from my understanding, why do people join the gym?
Usually most people join the gym because they think the gym itself can make them fit, can help them to have good bodies. So, but one thing that people always forget, that you always need to do, you need to exercise. You still need to put an effort, you know. It's not enough to join the gym. You've got to put the effort, you need discipline, you know. So I think they join the gym, they think just by joining the gym they're going to be fit. I mean, it doesn't work that way, you know. So you still have to put the effort, you know.
And plus you can still exercise at home.
Yeah,
So it's not necessary that you join the gym.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I've had a hectic workout, sweating and all. What does one do after gym? After I've had a hectic exercise?
Rest, it's important. Hydrating, drinking water, lots of water, and eating properly. It's very important after exercise, because when you're exercising, the body loses lots of water, and it also loses lots of calories, I mean, which gives energy to the body. So you've got to replenish that with proper kind of foods. Yeah.
Yeah. And how is stretching important after gym?
During exercise, the muscles get shortened. So it's always important that after training, then muscles, they should be stretched and returned to their normal state. So it also minimizes injuries, and it also to an extent helps towards recovery after exercise.
Believe me, Mr. Lava, I had like a hectic exercise one day, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to stretch or anything like that. Went home, had a shower, slept. Next day at work, I could not move my arms or legs. I was like a stiff thing. So yeah, I understand that stretching is important. Yeah. So I'm sure you get a lot of questions regarding gym. What are the most frequently asked questions?
Particularly from the ladies, that when you do weight training, you look like a man, which is a myth, because men and women have different hormones. So
they think that they look like men?
No, definitely.
So muscles are.
Because for you to develop the size of this arm, so you probably need to train 5 to 6 times than I do, you know. So, yeah, so.
But you know, we compatible. We want to look like that, so we won't do it 5 to 6.
But again, I always refer to people, particularly to ladies, to say to them, look at tennis players in particular. Look how strong they look. Aren't they beautiful? Because a stronger body looks beautiful.
And what happens to one if they don't exercise or go to the gym?
I mean, studies have shown that most of so-called degenerative diseases are associated with poor lifestyles, like lack of exercise in particular, you know. So, and of course, inappropriate diet, but most importantly, lack of exercise. So people become obese. A serious problem. There are too many obese people in South Africa now, and it goes with the price, you know, which are diseases.
And Ms. Clark, in your own words, could you explain to us what is gym motivation?
So the gym motivation, I think when people see results, they always get motivated. I mean, therefore it's important that people are given appropriate programs that will lead to results, because without results, you're not going to get any motivation. But the thing with exercise, particularly to people who are looking at losing weight, people forget one thing, that maybe it takes you a year to accumulate extra kilograms, and people expect immediate results. You know, life doesn't work like that.
And would you encourage people to attend these gyms?
Definitely, I would encourage people to make use of the gyms, also because of the expertise. I mean, also the company. But it's always important that when people go to the gym, so they choose the right friends, just like in the outside life. You know? So people who are committed to, who have set themselves goals, you know, and work with others. It always helps to work with other people. You know.
And in terms of music, now this is a bass part. Who chooses the music to play in such places as gyms? And what kind of music do you all play?
Ideally, it's the clients themselves, you know. So, for instance, in our case here, with the university students themselves. So, of course, young people, they like music with heavy beats, you know. So, yeah.
And also, it depends what kind of exercise you do.
Definitely.
And I've noticed a lot of gymnasts attend gyms. Why is gymnast such a hot sport?
Yeah, it's because it requires lots of strength, so and lots of agility. So, but particularly with the strength, you know, so it's very important for gymnasts to have strong limbs, both arms and legs, and also the core, because the kind of movements that they have to do requires a highly balanced body.
Tall person, I've noticed that a lot of gymnasts are short person. This is just my point of view. And can anybody do the gymnast, or is this just basically for short people?
The reason why mostly younger, so with the age they should be younger, yeah, and shorter, it's because of the center of gravity, you know. So shorter people have lower center of gravity, which means they have good balance, you know? And balance is very critical in the gymnast. So even in sports like soccer, football, so we say dynamites come in small packages, yeah, so the shorter guys they have better balance, and hence they are more agile compared to taller guys.
And it's true what they say, the taller you are, the harder you go.
Yeah.
And do gymnastics shake hands often, or do they find other ways of greeting?
The gymnasts.
Yeah, when they greet each other. Do they shake hands? Or like other sports?
No, I haven't seen them shaking hands.
Oh, okay. In terms of clothing, what do they wear? And say clothing wise.
Gymnasts. Yeah. So they tend to wear vest and tights.
Tight.
Yeah, tight clothes. Yeah.
So you can't come in with t-shirts and
baggy,
stuff,
no.
for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. And can too much gym be bad?
Anything that is too excessive is not good for you. So there must always be a good balance in life. Same with the gym. I said at the beginning, rest and exercise, a good balance between rest and effort is very crucial.
Thank you to Mr. Bodado for his time, and I'm sure I'll be joining the gym pretty soon after this.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.